Chinese diner Aya. You met up with your friends after you finished gathering information.
I'm seriously pooped. This stuff's a lot harder when you don't have a badge to flash. I walked around all day and didn't hear anything good.
It was the same for me. There was absolutely no talk about the case whatsoever, let alone the true culprit.
Ditto for me. Actually, in my case, I kept getting bombarded with questions and couldn't get them onto the main subject at all. The killer must be pretty good to have pulled this off without being seen by anyone in this small town.
What should we do?
Well, one steak bowl, please.
Just eat.
That's not what I meant. But then again, I guess we might as well take a break. I'll have a crab and egg fried rice.
I'll have roast pork ramen with extra noodles.
Yeah, I like that. Just take a nice food break. That's what we need. You all finished eating the dishes that you ordered. Haha, sweet.
Now that our tummies are full, let's share what we learned, even if it wasn't much.
You spoke with everyone about the information you gathered today.
So, to sum up, there really was no new information. The end?
The police had an unusually large number of officers in their initial investigation of the first two incidents. To find facts that even they overlooked would be difficult indeed, now that over half a year has passed. There wasn't a single report of suspicious persons being witnessed to begin with. Miss Yamano had ardent fans, whereas Saki-san didn't, but otherwise the conditions are the same.
You know, every time I tried to ask about the case, everyone ignored me and kept ranting about the damn fog.
Yeah, that or the Midnight Channel. I asked around about Teddie too, but no one's seen him. Gee, I wonder where he could have gone.
Do you have anything, Naoto? Any new, deductions?
Without any new data to work with, there isn't much I can do. But there must be someone in town who meets all the criteria for this case. The killer must have a connection to both Saki-san and Miss Yamano, as well as be in a position to observe our actions periodically to some extent. Finally, it must be someone who could approach Senpai's house without arousing suspicion. I need some fresh air before I give it more thought. I'll be outside.
Just sitting here won't help you think any better. You decide to go outside to get some fresh air. Okay, yeah, I think this moment's gonna come up, and I'll just say, this game kind of made me feel stupid in a way. But, I mean, to be fair, I mean, from what we've gathered, like, how could anyone, I mean, of course, like, hang on.
It's snowing. No wonder it's chilly.
I mean, yeah, there were no, like, definitive clues, I would say, that would actually show that, like, it was, like, Adachi, because it's like, how would you know that Adachi had any interactions whatsoever with the announcer and Saki? Of course, then you realize that, okay, because, like, the reason why he was there to begin with these two was because, the first one was because of the whole paparazzi shit that she, like, needed to have, like, some security, so hence Adachi was signed up for that, and Adachi, him being what he is, like, he kind of then killed her. So then, of course, then Saki, then being the first witness to the whole murder thing, so hence, of course, she was sent to the police for questioning, and it was Adachi that was the guy that was doing the questioning, and of course, then that led to that. So that kind of shows a bit. How would you know that, like, because I mean, like, that Adachi would be the one that interviews Saki, and then it was also Adachi that was the one that was assigned to guard, the Yamano. I think, is her name Yamano? I think, yeah. I'm calling her the announcer, but I think it's Yamano, of course. But you get who I'm saying. But yeah, but of course in this part you do have to do some, like, hang on, I'll show you. But yeah, this is the part I'm talking about.
It's freezing out here.
I actually thought that they were like outside talking about this case out in the hospital, but it was out in the restaurant. So
Maybe this will help clear my head and get my deductive muscles flexing.
yeah,
Hey, is it snowing? Too bad the fog's so thick. The snow just gets lost in it.
there must be something that's been overlooked. It's urgent that you get over the roadblock facing you. The clues you need must already be in your hands.
What's the matter?
You should go over everything you know one more time. The culprit had some sort of connection with both Mayumi Yamano and Saki Kunishi, and judging by the warning letters, the culprit most likely knows about the other side and what you did there. It's highly likely that they also knew what Namatame was doing and stood back to watch. Who would know all these things? Another oddity about the case is that there were almost no witnesses. Both warning letters seem to have been delivered directly to your house, but no one saw anyone suspicious. No one unusual was seen around Mayumi Yamano or Saki Kunishi either, despite the police dispatching an unusually high number of officers to perform a thorough investigation. Someone in this small town who fits all the facts. The person who seems to be the most likely culprit is... So this is the part where you have to figure out who actually, did it. And of course, if you get, any of those things wrong, then you get the bad ending. But it was, at this time, and also now, even, replaying this game, how would I know that it would have to be, Adachi, out of all people? Because it's you never knew that Adachi had any connections whatsoever with the two victims. Of course, then you knew later, like I said, because he was signed up as a guardian for Yamano, and he was then also the interrogator for Saki, but you'd only knew about that, once, Adachi's revealed, so, yeah, so it just goes to show that, I don't know, I still say that, but I guess the reason why I say it made me feel stupid, because, okay, it gives you the selection. You have Yosuke, you have Chie. Obviously none of these would be it, but then, of course, then you'd be like, what, is there, a twist villain in there? Of course there is a twist villain, but you'd think, is someone close? And then there's Teddie, and you'd think maybe it could... Oh, yeah! You'd think maybe it could be Teddie, because, why didn't you see him at all? But, yeah, it would actually ruin the game if it was true, because, how kind and considerate he was to everyone, and then it'd be oh, yeah, I'm the villain. It'd make the game fall flat. But yeah, but of course, then you go someone else. Kanji, yeah, it can't be Kanji, it can't be Rise, not Naoto, then use someone else. Then there's Dojima, and of course not Nanako, of course. And okay, hell, let me see, someone else. It's gonna be Social Links. Yeah, Mayumi Yamano, Saki, Kenichi Moroka, Kubo, someone else. Misuzu Hiragi, that's it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, you could say that's the singer then. Actually, that's to be a good one. You never heard about her at all, so you'd think maybe it could be her, Noriko Kashiwagi, Hanako, it's the Social Links. The Social Links, Code, Daisuke, someone else. Hisano, Kurodo, Saki, it's the Social Links, I think, someone else. Shuna, yeah, Social Links again. Think once again. Person seems to be the most likely culprit. Okay. Yeah, so that's about it. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you could... Actually, replaying this, it kind of makes me feel a little better in a way, because it'd be oh shit, maybe I actually did miss something, or when I picked Adachi, it'd be man, you think it'd be so obvious, but you wouldn't think so. But I guess I could say it did still make me feel kind of stupid, because it was it's one of those things where it's the character you least suspect is the guy that actually did it. And considering that Adachi is kind of because it can't be any of your friends, those are the important social links kind of thing, and it can't be any social link. So okay, that leaves with Teddie. You'd also not think it could be Teddie, because it's from all the things you went through, you'd be hard pressed to think it is. And now, of course, you can't think of it as it would be Nanako. Even though, actually, I will say though, before I actually played this game, I remember seeing a meme on 4chan where someone someone photoshopped Adachi's sinister troll, it was a troll looking face, but it's his sinister facial expression, and photoshopped it on Nanako, and it made me kind of think of oh, is there a part in the game is even playing it, I was is there a part in the game where maybe she gets possessed by something, and it's a little horror moment, or maybe not possessed, but it's a false reality kind of thing, and then you find out, oh, it's not Nanako, and then it reveals, oh, it's me, and I don't know. It's either like a bad ending kind of thing, or maybe it's like I said, false reality, like a part of the game for the shadows. Maybe that does happen. I guess in the true ending, I don't know. Like but I think I think it's probably fake, honestly, because like I said, I do remember the face, and it's the exact same face that Adachi makes. So you know, it's obviously someone photoshopped that. So. But yeah, it's a funny meme though. But obviously, it can't be Nanako. So then it leaves with Dojima. You think it could be Dojima, but I mean, you know, obviously, like it also make the game kind of fall flat when you know that one like uncle character that's a close like Nanako being so happy being around him now, like the father figure. So it fall flat. So anyway, enough rambling, of course. But then, so all in all, like when you kind of think about it, like obviously there's not a lot of clues to go at it, but like you'd basically be like, okay, the only like logical kind of person, and I forgot to also then there's a singer, like you know, not Namatami's first wife. You could actually, I could have like picked her. Maybe it could be it because like you haven't seen her at all any in the game, so you think that could be it. But yeah, but I think if you pick that, it'd be like, no, it's not it. So then, by process of elimination, obviously the only person that you'd think, or at least like be a logical option, is obviously it's Adachi, the man himself, Toru Adachi. Of course, if you look only at the circumstances, you can't completely rule out that possibility. Adachi may have been able to keep an eye on your actions. He would have been able to approach your house with ease, and he knows the area well. Thinking about it, you encountered him many times while investigating the case. You learned much about the police's movements from Adachi as well. There is no exact reason to doubt him, but something is bothering you. He spoke Adachi's name.
Huh? What about him?
Detective Adachi. A member of the police force. That is an interesting approach.
Yeah, like I said, what if it's Dojima? But like obviously, like I said before, it can't be Dojima.
It would certainly explain the lack of witness reports. It's the same reason no one ever reported seeing Namatame's truck.
And also add to the fact that like when you look at the Adachi, he seems like this like average guy, like a bumbling idiot kind of thing. So it's like who would expect it's the guy, but it is of course Adachi. Not the first time they made the bumbling idiot. Like actually, as a matter of fact, you know, do you guys remember the movie Megamind? You know, this character named Hal. Yeah, Hal is basically kind of like Adachi in a way. Just your average guy that like obviously deep down like you know is kind of a loser in a way. Been granted like ultimate power, and hence because of how he is and everything, it instead of like using it for a force of good, it just basically just indulges in the worst traits, and you know hence you know then they become the villain kind of thing. So you know it's the same way with Adachi, like both Hal and Adachi, you know. So
This is a small town, so everyone must have known who he is. And since he's a detective, people definitely wouldn't have thought of him as being suspicious.
In fact, he could use his position to his advantage and hide critical information.
Huh. Well, if you think of it that way, I guess it's possible.
you think in the remake they'd probably add a few more clues to make people, I guess, like you know, get the correct answer and maybe like I guess feel smart of like what they chose or something. I mean, I don't know. Either way, they wouldn't have to. It wouldn't ruin the game. But it was like I was kind of bummed out at the fact because honestly, when I was like at this part, I just wanted the game to hold my hand. Honestly, I was not like interested in like being like, oh, you get to determine like you know who it is. Use your deductive reasoning because like honestly, I mean I don't know. I was just interested in just the game like telling me the story rather than me like you know the only thing I would just do is just do battles and fights and stuff. But honestly, I was just in for the story. So. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. But still, it would have been pretty sweet if I'd be like, you know, I could have just chose Dachi being like, okay, let's go with that, and then being like, oh shit, it is him, you know, that kind of thing. But whatever. I just hope that maybe the remake could add a few more clues in, just like I said, to you know get more people like being like, okay, maybe it is that guy, you know, and they get it right the first time and feel good about themselves, that kind of thing. I don't know. This is my opinion, really, but they don't have to.
But we're talking about Adachi here, right? I mean, really? Adachi? He's your textbook lousy detective.
Yeah, there you go.
Are we really on the right track here?
Actually, regarding Detective Adachi, I'm not sure how to put it, but there's something that's been bothering me about him for some time now.
Yeah, he's like this average-looking guy on the outside, but deep down is a very like depressive kind of figure. I would say depressive and also holding like like a severe rage in his heart because of how like society is, kind of like what Joker is. But of course, for Joker's sake, he was reasonable being like fucked up, whereas Adachi kind of like grew up in a world thinking that if he just worked hard and stuff, he'd succeed in life, and that didn't happen, and hence instead of like coping or just moving to doing a different solution, he was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna just do it my way and stuff, kind of thing, the selfish my way, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah?
Perhaps it's just my imagination, so I shouldn't speak too...
Yeah, nice sneeze.
It's cold. I think we've cooled down enough here. Let's go.
I mean, it's kind of cute that she sneezed coming like from her, the tomboy, the ultra tomboy, might I add. She's like more tomboyish than Chie.
Adachi-san? That can't be. I mean, he said he came to escort Miss Yamano and...
What? Was he at your inn when the announcer was staying there?
When Miss Yamano was staying at our inn, the media were swarming all over it.
Okay, yeah, so she never meant... Yeah, I kind of wish she would have just mentioned that, oh yeah, by the way, Adachi was like in the same room with her before,
That's when Adachi-san arrived, saying he'd been assigned to guard her. He told our waitress that fame could be rough.
Actually, now that I was thinking, I kind of paused for a sec. Didn't she kind of mention something like that similar before, but she was like, I was just not too focused on that at all, or... I don't know, maybe it's just a deja vu. Maybe she says it in this part, but it's like a deja vu kind of scenario, I don't know.
Guard her? He didn't spend the night there?
Huh. I wonder if he knew Ms. Yamano.
I don't know about that, but I heard he did call out to a girl in my class. I found out this afternoon. But I thought, that's just how cops are. So I didn't think it had anything to do with the case.
Detective Adachi also questioned Saki-san, the one who found the announcer's body, on numerous occasions. I heard it was because there was so little information about the case at the time, but it's certainly unusual to question someone with as strong an alibi as hers multiple times.
Yeah, because he really wanted to fuck that underage girl, unfortunately.
Then you think he had something else on his mind?
And that something is what connects those two victims to Adachi-san? Come to think of it, we've been running into that guy a lot, in all sorts of places.
Well, yeah, but, like, you would think that because he's a cop, right? Like, that's what he does, but, I mean, of course, yeah, I mean, maybe, I guess out of all the cops, it's mainly him, but, you'd think that, because it's a fucking game, like, he's the comic relief character, so of course you get to see him a lot, but yeah.
And every time he'd tell us what the police were doing before saying, oops, I said too much and clamming up. Was that all to throw us off the trail?
It would be no problem for him to drop that warning letter into your mailbox either. Not to mention the fact that he can destroy any evidence that might point to him.
I mean, also, I guess maybe for this game's sake, I don't know, maybe they did drop clues, but it's like, it's never revisited in this part, but it's like, maybe you have to keep track on what he does and everything, and... I mean, I was also looking onto that as well, it being at my second playthrough, but even still, there was, like, not a lot of, like, moments that kind of would show it, other than, like... I mean, of course, like I said, that could have been just a coincidence, but you know how he was like, you see him drunk and stuff and everything, you'd think maybe because you've been foiling the plan. But actually, to be fair, he didn't really, like, care if those guys, like, lived or not. He was just, like, excited just to see, like, all the chaos ensuing, really, Now that I read about, like, his character before, it's like, his goal, like, was just to cause chaos in general, and of course, like, he's not really much of a serial murderer. He just basically killed anyone that, like, rubbed him off the wrong way. He was not, like, actively targeting. And, of course, the ones that he did were happened to be women that like he kind of had a thing with, but you know, refused his advances. Various peculiarities, I can't pronounce it right, sorry, have begun to cast a suspicious shadow on Adachi.
And is it really Adachi-san?
Yeah, how would you think this guy would do it? We need to confirm this.
This is still only a tentative theory. We should work to confirm it as soon as possible. This is Naoto Shirogane. Something has occurred to me about the case, and I'd like to get Detective Adachi's input on it. Huh? The transport? It's right now? Right, I see. Thank you.
Oh, they gotta get to him now.
What was that about a transport?
Detective Adachi is headed to the hospital to prepare for Namatame's relocation. We must head there at once.
Oh shit, he was like very close to getting away. Things are moving quickly now. I mean, I really don't know. I don't know if he's like I know he's assigned to be like the police officer in this town specifically, but I don't know if maybe I guess at that point he was like up to move somewhere else. I guess I don't know. You feel that you're getting closer to the truth. All right. The Seekers of Truth social link has reached level 4. Power to create personas of the Judgment Arcana has grown. Excuse me. Oh, there he is.
Huh? What are you guys doing here? Hey, do you know where Dojima-san went? They told me he snuck out of his room again.
I assure you, we've made it clear to him several times that he needs to stay put, but he keeps going off on his own.
The nurse just walks away.
Jeez, with Namatame finally relocated, I was looking forward to going home.
So, he's been relocated. I've been wondering, you seem to be in a terrible hurry to get him out of this hospital.
Huh? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can't leave him here with Dojima-san and Nanako-chan around. Didn't you guys think so too? Hey, what are you doing here anyway? Nanako-chan's room is in the other wing. Don't you think you should leave before Dojima-san finds you? If he catches you, he'll start pestering you again.
Oh, there he is.
Adachi, where's Namatame? There's been a lot of noise today for some reason.
Dojima-san, what are you doing here? Namatame's already been relocated. I was looking for you so I could tell you that.
You did what?
Who authorized that? There's still more I need to ask him about.
Give me a break, Dojima-san.
Those first 2 murders have been bothering me. His motives are shaky and his alibi is rock solid. We closed a lot of loopholes on the basis of his testimony. But that part's still nagging at me.
You know, I don't know if, I mean, of course, maybe this is probably this game's logic, I guess, or because he's also, actually, it's mainly because he's a detective. I was wondering, like, why didn't they ever question Adachi about what happened? Because it's like, if he's the guy that was guarding, you know, Yamano and also interrogating Saki, and they just both happen to be killed, wouldn't he be like a prime suspect in all this? But then again, he is a police officer in Japan, so I'm assuming, like, people like that tend to be very, like, higher up on the echelons of society, so hence they'd probably be very immune to, like, you know, questioning such as this. I don't know, like, leave it in the comments, or maybe it's just a, like, video game thing. I think it's more likely what I said before, him being a police officer, like, higher echelon society kind of thing, is probably that, I guess.
Is this more of your detective's intuition? He's already been relocated. It's no use hassling me about it. And you kids should really get home too. You're gonna get in the way of police business.
What's gotten into you today? It's odd to see you taking work so seriously.
Come on! I'm always giving 110% when it comes to the job. You should get back to work too, Dojima-san. Your current assignment? Get better as soon as possible.
What are you all doing here?
We came to confirm something with Adachi-san.
You should question Adachi. About when Yamano vanished.
The time the announcer went missing? I can't say for sure offhand. It's not like I saw her or anything. That was months and months ago too. My memory's kinda hazy that far back.
You should question Adachi. About Saki's interrogation.
Why wouldn't I question her? She discovered the announcer's body. But she didn't know much about it, so I only talked with her once or twice.
Oh shit. It's not making any
Is
sense.
that all you wanted to ask? Well, I hope it helped.
There's still something you need to question Adachi about. The warning letter.
Warning letter?
The one that was delivered to his house. It's in police custody now, correct?
I don't really remember.
Hey, what do you mean you don't remember? I gave it to you to take down to the crime lab for processing. You're telling me you forgot?
I'm sorry. Your accident was right after that, and what with one thing and another, it sort of slipped my mind. Besides, that thing was just a prank, wasn't it? Jeez, what are you asking me all this for? For crying out loud, what's this all supposed to be about? Dojima-san, you really need to get back to your bed. That's why your wounds aren't healing. And you all need to go home right now. Do you have any idea what time it is? I'm going back. I need to get to the station and report in.
Just one more thing, please. We know for certain now that the first two murders weren't Namatame's doing. Someone else killed them. Adachi-san, do you have any idea who that might be?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
'Cause we think it might have been you.
What? That's ridiculous! We already know Namatame's the one who put them all in!
Oh shit, busted.
What did you just
Put them all in. What's this putting them in business? Do you know something about the method behind their murders? Don't tell me that all that talk about TVs and whatnot from before was...
I see. Now I finally understand. To tell the truth, Adachi-san, I've been fixated on something you once said. Before I didn't know why, only that it sounded a wrong note to me. Do you recall when I read Namatame's diary? At the scene of Dojima-san's accident. At the time, I said, even the victims who survived and were never released to the public are written here. And in response, your words were, wow, then that settles it. How, I wonder, would that settle anything? At the time, the police had no idea that there had been other attempted murders related to the case. You had no reason to say so.
Oh yeah. Why would he actually say that? Oh, so there you go. It is Namatame.
After all, there are countless examples of people disappearing for a few days. Yet when I read the list of names, you raised no objection. Odd, that. What do you say to that, Detective Adachi?
I don't know. I said I'm busy!
Wait, you son of a bitch! Adachi!
Oh shit.
Damn it! Adachi!
Alright, here comes the moment. I'm gonna be titling this video, this part, Bitches and Whores, by the way. Because that's what it actually is, basically, what this all entails, basically. I was kind of hesitant to, but I feel like it'd be okay for YouTube to title it that because, I mean, the only thing it'd probably be not okay is that if anyone titles it with such profanity and stuff, the video would just get like demonetized basically. But obviously, you guys know me; I'm not in it for money. It's not monetized at all. There's no ads, so of course I could title it whenever I want. And also swearing as well because, like, you notice how most modern videos are like, you know, they have to censor swear words and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty sad, but there is a reason why. It's because to keep the videos monetized. Because if you don't like censor and you just keep on cussing, they automatically demonetize it, which is kind of sad. Really, it's just basically language police. It's kind of like, you know, just treating society like just little kids. Really, it's kind of dystopian in a way, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, people raise it up, but you know, nothing's been done because like our fucking like government and society in general is just so like, you know. You get the idea, my usual like rants on politics, you know, it kind of seeps into that as well, so there you go. Adachi isn't here either. Oh yeah.
What the? I swear he ran this way.
Damn it! Where the hell did he go?
Did you find him? I contacted security. Nobody's seen Adachi, and there's no record of anyone leaving this area. So he must be still in this ward somewhere.
He's still here? But we looked. We didn't find him anywhere.
You should know he has the ability to go into the TV.
That bastard.
Oh jeez.
Dojima-san? For heaven's sake, what are we going to do with you?
Sorry. I got carried away.
Do you even want to get better? If you keep this up, there could be lasting damages. Have you forgotten how much trouble it caused you last time?
You're right. Sorry. You've got to find Adachi. I need to square this away with him. Please.
He hasn't left this ward yet? I don't think he would, but could he have...
Yeah, I think so. If he's the killer, he can go through, right?
You mean he went in through here?
We searched every inch in the direction he ran off. There's nowhere to hide. I don't think we could have missed him.
He was cornered. It's highly probable that he escaped there. If he does indeed turn up on the other side, that should prove beyond a doubt that he is the true culprit.
Damn. So I guess we were right. What do we do now?
Let's go in.
I think it's too dangerous to go in from here.
Oh, okay.
We're not 100% positive he used this TV, and on top of that, we don't know where it might lead. Let's go in from Jeunesse, like always.
Alright, that's pretty reasonable. I always thought it would be going in through here, you know.
It'll be fine. So long as we're ready for him, we'll crush that jerk in one strike.
The extremely suspicious detective Adachi. You've taken another step closer to the truth. Yeah, we still have time, just one more hour left. I don't know how long that, like, grand reveal cutscene is gonna be, but I think it'd be not too long, and I could probably play the Adachi level for a little bit, or maybe not a little bit, like, until I get to the mini-boss, of course. Secrets of Truth, Social Link has reached level 5. The Judgment Arcana has grown. You split up for it today, and you all went back home. I don't know why. I always thought, shouldn't he go in right now, like while the trail is hot? Instead, he just decided to, you know, be like, oh yeah, we know it's him. Let's go back. So yeah, sorry guys. I had to cut out. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. I had to cut out just this one part in the beginning because apparently my phone rang. I didn't know my parents were calling because I didn't play this game actually pretty early, like around 8 o'clock. So I didn't know that they would call. It was like 9:45 when that happened. So I assumed that like. They weren't going to call, but they kind of did, and you know, my mic kind of picked up the noise, so of course I have to cut the part from when that happened, and also while I was talking, so that's kind of what happened. No big deal, and it didn't take too long, so I'll just give myself an extra 5 minutes, basically. Okay, so yeah, Excuse me, that's what happened. You know, gonna now save because a lot has happened. Alright. Can we work? I don't think we can. We best not to leave today. Alright. A lot has happened today. It would be best to go to sleep early and get ready to go after the real culprit. Yes. Oh shit, now we're gonna meet Teddie. Sweet. This? It seems that you've come to the Velvet Room in your dreams again. But something is different this time. You don't see Igor or Margaret. Oh, there he is. He just popped out of thin air. Teddie is sitting here not noticing your presence.
Where am I? Sensei? Why are you here?
I could ask you the same.
I see. How mysterious. There are so many things I don't know about. But I did realize something. I've been thinking all this time about who I really am. But I couldn't find the answer. I was no one from the start. Humans live in the other world, and shadows live in this world. From the beginning, that's all there was to it. I was just a shadow in that world.
Just a shadow?
I figured something out. That day at the hospital, I realized that I really can't do anything. As soon as I thought that, I lost consciousness. Then when I woke up, I was inside the fog. Shadows can't stay in the human world. They aren't allowed. I walked and walked, but there was nothing all around me. Just when I started thinking that I couldn't go anywhere, I heard the noise of a car. And then I was here. I remember lots of things now. My world is a place shaped by human thoughts. One day, a shadow living in that world awakened to human emotions. But humans and shadows are completely different entities. So he made himself forget that he was a shadow. He wanted to forget. He wanted people to like him. And that's how he came to look like this. I really am stupid. What the other Teddie said before, in the end, it was all true. No matter how much I search for myself, I have no self. There was no me to begin with. I'm just a shadow that took a different form so humans would like me. It would have been better if I had never remembered what I did. I'll probably turn back to a regular shadow soon. Oh yeah, Sensei. One day, when you meet Nana-chan in heaven, apologize for me. Tell her, I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. Tell her, I'm really sorry.
You saved her, Teddie.
Huh? Really?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he did. That's what I like to believe. Because, like, considering, like, okay, so Nanako gets better and Teddie's not here, it's probably obvious that he did it. He did it. You told Teddie about how Nanako came through.
Nana-chan's... Wow, that's wonderful. I'm so glad. Glad that I could at least hear that. My heart feels so much lighter now. I'm starting to feel sleepy. What a strange place. It feels so soothing. It's not like my world. Something just feels so nostalgic about this place. Could this be your dream world, Sensei?
Something like that.
Aha. But I wonder why I met you here. What am I supposed to do now?
Let's move on together.
But I don't know what to look for, or how to find it. No matter how hard I think, there's too many things my little brain can't understand. But I do understand one thing now. I'm glad that I met you, Sensei.
You can sense Teddie's pure and deep gratitude. Sweet. Does that mean his persona is going to be transformed? Thou art I and I am thou. Thou hast established a genuine bond. These genuine bonds shall be your eyes to see the truth. We will bestow upon thee the ability to create Hellel, the ultimate form of the Star Arcana. Hellel, I didn't pronounce it, but yeah, there you go. The Teddie social link has reached its maximum level. You have mastered the Teddie social link. Your power to create personas of the Star Arcana has reached its maximum. You, Narukami, has forged a bond that cannot be broken. By mastering the Star social link, you can now fuse Hellel, the Light Bearer. Oh, okay.
But I have to get going.
So his persona doesn't upgrade, unfortunately. It would have been sweet if it does, but, you know.
This is your place. It doesn't seem like somewhere that I'd be allowed to stay. Goodbye, Sensei.
Before you know it, Teddie is gone and Igor and Margaret are sitting there once again.
It seems the words in your memory weren't the only things you summoned here. This is a room for guests who have an ego that can be nurtured. Shadows, mere fragments broken off from the ego, have no place here. The water's strength has moved a single stone that had stopped, returning it once again into the flow. Very interesting.
Igor has a meaningful smile on his face.
Well now, it's about time we departed once again. This vehicle is still on its journey. There is no reason to tarry here for long. Margaret?
We're ready to go. Let us depart.
You are every inch the guest I had anticipated. Now, it's time for you to return. I am even more intrigued now as to where this is all headed.
We'll be waiting for your next visit.
Interesting. Junes Electronics Department.
How did it go? Did you find Teddie?
No, and no one's seen him either.
Ugh, that annoying little furball. Just when we're at a turning point in the case, too.
We have no choice. Let's pursue Adachi for now.
Whoa! Look how dense this fog is. It's gotten even worse than before.
And the fact that they're also with their glasses on, so that's that shows how serious this is.
What the? There's this malicious aura everywhere. It feels completely different from the last time I was here. I think we'd better hurry. Give me a sec to try finding Adachi.
Does this mean both this world and ours are getting messed up?
Our glasses work on the fog on the other side. It can't be normal. And I heard more people are falling ill because of the fog. I wonder what's going to happen.
I sense him. Adachi's definitely in here.
Are you serious? Which way?
Hold on.
So he did come to this side. Well, that settles it. There's virtually no doubt remaining that he's the true culprit. Once we capture him, solving the mystery of this world and the rest of the case can't be far behind.
Then maybe we'll find out where Teddie came from too. Man, where is that bear anyway?
Well, I can say for sure he's not here.
Oh.
And I know Adachi is here, but I can't track him down myself. Gee, Ted, why aren't you here when we need you most?
Oh, he's with Nanako, sweet.
This place. Huh. I see. I came back. But it really doesn't matter. I'm completely useless. Nana-chan, I'm so sorry.
Oh, she's awake.
Teddie? It is you, Teddie. I heard your voice. You said, hang in there. I heard my big bro and everyone else too.
Nana-chan! Hold on! I'll get the doctor!
It seems she's asleep again.
Nana-chan told me that she heard my voice. She heard me say, hang in there.
It could be that her frankly miraculous recovery was because everyone's voices reached her. Even unconscious, people are capable of hearing others' voices.
My voice. And theirs too. Everyone.
In any case, there are too many things we don't understand about her condition and what caused it. We're doing our best, but it's difficult when everything about her illness is a total unknown.
Unknown.
Well, if anything happens, please send for me.
If I'm an unknown being, then the way I can change is unknown too. So all I have to do is make them not unknown. Nana-chan's doing her best. Sensei and the others are probably fighting now too. I'm just a shadow. But Nana-chan cheered up when she heard my voice. So what if I'm just a shadow? There must be something I can do. I can't just give up thinking about things. That's why I came back here. Right, Nana-chan?
Oh, okay, it does happen. Nice. Teddie's strong will that allowed him to accept and overcome his weakness has awakened his heart's true power. Alright, sweet. Teddie's persona has been reborn. Kintoki Doju has transfigured into Kamui.
Right. I need to get back to the others. Hang in there, Nana-chan. I'll be back soon.
It's no use. I can only tell that Adachi is here, not his exact location.
Rise-chan.
If only Teddie was with us.
Didn't he say his nose is practically useless now? And could he even help us find that bastard?
Nope. He'd be no help at all. But he was always there to support me whenever.
That bear's a loudmouth, but he's nice to have around. He's always so full of energy.
He's lighthearted and always optimistic.
I'm alright. I just got a little dizzy. The fog's so dense, it's hard to see through it.
Why don't we call it a day? It won't do us any good if you collapse.
I agree. If Rise-san became fatigued, even if we found Adachi, our capacity in battle would be reduced. Moreover, it's almost nighttime. We should return to our world for the present.
Is that going out or going in? It's like Teddie's going in or something. Let's find out. Okay, getting out. All right.
Damn it! We came so far to run smack into a dead end.
I know he's in there too. What's wrong with me? My powers are completely useless. Teddie?
Oh my god.
You little... Where the hell were you?
That's so cute, the way he just appeared like that.
I'm sorry.
You idiot! Bad bear! Bad!
Aww.
You're so late! Who do you think you are?
Rise-chan? Are you faking?
Oh my god.
No, stupid!
Sorry. I want to help you all again.
You know how much trouble you caused, you dumb bear? Where the hell were you?
I'm sorry. I figured out a lot of things. Stuff about me and that world. I wanted to tell you all.
You listen to Teddie's confession since he finally understands who he really is. That he was only a shadow. And that though he was at his wit's end, he was able to come back to your world.
A shadow? You mean you're one of those things we've been fighting?
Yep. Just like the ones you all know about. Shadows are suppressed human thoughts given form. Everyone has them inside.
Wait, you say you're a shadow, but you didn't attack us. And you kept telling us from the start that you wanted to bring peace and quiet back to that world, right?
But in the end, I was just an ordinary shadow. Nothing special about me at all. I did everything I could until now to try and make my world peaceful. But instead, the weird fog started seeping out into this world too. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. If I really was special, then maybe...
It's no big deal. I mean, we weren't expecting much from you in the first place. And about you being a shadow, we pretty much figured you were something like that anyway.
Huh? What are you saying? Here I am, pouring my heart out to you, and you say you thought I was something like that anyway? No normal person would think such a pretty bear could really be a shadow.
So what's the problem with being a shadow?
It's true that you may have been born that way, but you now possess the power of persona. A shadow is suppressed power. Once controlled by the ego, it becomes a persona. Doesn't it follow then that you must have developed an ego? Whether the ego masters its shadow, or the shadow awakens to its ego. The only difference I see is the order in which the process occurred.
Oh! Teddie's practically human then.
I'm the same as humans?
You keep trying to figure out who you are. just like all of us here. You can't do much on your own. You really aren't that special. See? What's so different between you and us?
Oh my god, his cries are so ugly.
Thank you. I'm so glad I met you guys.
The rest of us were pretty much a group of misfits to begin with, too, right? You fit right in, man.
I beg your pardon? Who are you calling a misfit?
Isn't that just you, Senpai?
Hey, that's not something a detective would say. Or an idol, either. Gee, stop crying, will ya? Now's not the time for that. While you were gone, we figured out who murdered the announcer and Senpai. It was Adachi.
Huh? Adachi? That total goofball? Wow, I didn't notice at all. Looks like I'm pretty blind to that sort of thing. But you all know him. If you can't find someone like that, I don't think I can help you.
Like I said, we're not expecting much from you.
Well, the main thing is, it's hard to get pumped about this without someone nice and fuzzy around.
Yeah, what Kanji said.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right, now that the band's back together, let's take it from the top. Starting tomorrow.
It's been a while, but I'll do my best to look for him too. Leave it to Fuzzy.
You've taken another step toward the truth. The Seekers of Truth social link has reached level 6. Power to create personas legitimate cards grow. Since you'll start fresh again tomorrow, each of you decided to go home for today. Alright, so yeah, I guess the next day I can probably go in. I don't think I might have time though, because it's almost 2 hours and 30, but yeah, it's okay. Like I said, I had a feeling this was going to happen, that there's just going to be a lot of cutscenes and all that shit, so I was like, yeah, it's expected that maybe this day I probably not do the level, and probably on Sunday I might, and see if I could probably go through all of it and get to Adachi, like right next to it. Or halfway there, I don't know, we'll see. It would be best not to leave today, okay. It would be best to go to sleep and get ready for tomorrow's exploration. Oh, okay, I guess we're gonna do it automatically. Let's find out.